Hello, this video explains the concepts of boat and stream problems as part of time, distance, and speed topic. Let's have a recap of time, distance, and speed, distance, and time relationship. We know this formula in earlier videos. You must have noticed we have derived this formula from basics, which is S is equal to d by t. Or in other way, we can say speed is equal to distance upon time. This is the classical formula for relationship between speed, distance, and time, which is also applied in boat and stream problems. Here, one thing has to be remembered, that the unit of a speed or the unit in the left-hand side should match the unit on the right-hand side. Suppose speed is in meters per second, then distance has to be in meters and time has to be in seconds. So then left hand unit matches the right hand unit. Now let's see the unit conversion, which is a very oftenly used conversion factor. Whereas generally what we find is in the problems in boat and stream, the speed is given in kilometer per hour, but the distance is in meters and seconds. So then I'll have to convert kilometer per hour to meters per second. For conversion, this factor is to be used. So any kilometer value to be converted to meters per second, you multiply by 5 by 18. How it is derived, we have seen in the earlier videos. Similarly, if speed is in meters per second and you want to convert it to kilometers per hour, then you have to multiply by 18 by 5. Now in boats and stream, there are some important concepts to be understood. First is speed of boat in still water. Still water is what? Still water is where there is no flow, there is no stream. A landlocked water, totally landlocked. A pond can be still water. A lake can be still water, where there is no flow. It is not like river. Speed of a stream, it comes when there's a flow. Like if we for an example, we take river. So river flows in only one direction, but there is a flow. There is a force with which it flows. That is the speed of the stream. The speed with which river flows in one direction is called speed of the stream. We will understand what is downstream, meaning of downstream, what is meaning of upstream, and the speed of boat in the upstream situation and the speed of boat in the downstream situation, how we calculate this. These are the concepts we'll understand in following slides. This is the first situation where boat is moving, but stream is still. So the stream speed is 0. Speed of a stream is equal to 0. So there is no flow in the stream. We can take it as a landlocked water, a pond, or maybe a lake. In this scenario, V is the speed of the boat. So what we are seeing, speed of the boat is V and speed of a stream is 0. So in this condition, when the boat travels, then speed of boat in still water is equal to V, which is the actual speed of the boat. This is important to understand, that when there is no speed in the stream, the speed of boat in still water is equal to V, which is the actual speed of the boat. Let's see the other situation. Now you will see there is a flow in the stream and the stream is flowing in one direction. The stream will always flow in one direction, as river never flows in the opposite direction. It goes in one direction only. and the speed of the stream is u, and the speed of the boat is v. Here if you see, the direction of the stream and direction of the boat is same. So when boat travels in the same direction as of a stream, the situation is called downstream. And let's see, speed of the boat in still water is v. We have seen speed of a stream is u. And then if we see how the boat travels, what it will be noticed is the speed of the boat is v, but actually it will travel at a speed faster than v, because its movement is supported by the speed of the stream also, because both are in the same direction. And this speed is called downstream speed of boat, which is equal to v plus u. That is, it is equal to the speed of boat in still water plus speed of stream. Let's see the other situation. Here, boat and stream are moving in opposite directions. That situation is called upstream. Now you see, speed of the stream is u, and it is moving in one direction. It will always be in one direction only. So it is the same direction it is moving, but the boat is moving in the opposite direction at a still water speed of v. So speed of boat in still water is v, and speed of stream is equal to u. Now boat travels to the other end. Here if you see, since the speed of a stream is in the opposite direction of a stream of the speed of boat or direction of boat, there will be resistance with which the boat speed will be lesser than v, the actual speed of boat, because of the opposite force being given by stream. And in this case, what we find is upstream speed of boat is equal to v minus u. Downstream speed of the boat, v plus u. Upstream speed of the boat, v minus u. This is important to be understood. Now let's say this. When upstream and downstream speeds are given, many problems will be there in which upstream and downstream speeds of the boat are given. And you'll have to calculate the stream speed or the speed of the boat in still water, or maybe some other parameter. So if upstream speed is given as us and downstream speed is given as ds, then let the boat speed in the still water be v and stream speed be u, then boat speed downstream is equal to v plus u, which is equal to ds, we have seen earlier, and boat speed upstream is equal to v minus u, which we designate as us. So stream speed is equal to v plus u minus v minus u. Finally, it will come like this: ds minus us, which is downstream speed minus upstream speed, is equal to 2u. So stream speed u is equal to ds minus us whole thing divided by 2. Similarly, boat speed in still water, v is equal to ds plus us by 2. This formula is very important, and it's better if you remember this formula. Stream speed is equal to downstream speed minus upstream speed divided by 2, and boat speed in still water is equal to downstream speed plus upstream speed divided by 2. Now let's see some problems. A boat runs at 22 kilometers per hour along the stream and 10 kilometers per hour against the stream. Find the ratio of speed of the boat in still water to that of the speed of the stream. So in this problem, what you have to do is, boat runs at 22 kilometers per hour along the stream. Along the stream means in the same direction. So downstream speed is 22 kilometers per hour. And 10 kilometers per hour against the stream. Against the stream situation is upstream. So it is upstream speed is 10 kilometers per hour. And we have to find out the speed of boat in still water, that was V, to that of speed of stream, which is U. Okay, let's see how it will happen. Now, speed along the stream is equal to downstream speed. We can designate downstream speed as ds, and it is 22 kilometers per hour. Similarly, speed against the stream is upstream speed. We can designate it as us, and it is 10 kilometers per hour. Now, the speed in still water, V, is equal to ds plus us by 2. We have seen earlier, this is the formula. So 22 plus 10 by 2 is equal to 16 kilometers per hour. This is the speed in still water, speed of the boat in still water. And speed of a stream, u, is equal to ds minus us by 2 is 22 minus 10 by 2 is equal to 6 kilometers per hour. So speed of boat in still water is 16 kilometers per hour, and speed of stream is 6 kilometers per hour. Now, finally, required ratio, which is asked for, speed of in still water is to speed of stream. Speed in still water is V, which is 16, and U, which is 6. So 16 by 6, which is 8:3. So this is the ratio of speed in still water is to speed of stream. Let's see the second problem. A boat takes 12 hours to cover 64 kilometers downstream and 8 hours to cover 32 kilometers upstream. Then the speed of the boat in still water is how much? Let's understand this, how this will be solved. Let's say this is the stream, and speed of a stream is u, and a stream is flowing in this direction. So if boat travels in this direction, then it is downstream, and boat travels in this direction, then it is upstream. And let the speed of the boat in still water be v. With this, let's go ahead and see how we solve this problem. Distance covered in downstream is 64 kilometers. It is given here, and time taken in downstream condition is 12 hours. Boat takes 12 hours to cover 64 kilometers downstream. So what is my downstream speed? Downstream speed is equal to distance upon time. Speed is equal to distance upon time. This is the same formula being used. It's 64 kilometers by 12 hours, which is equal to 16 by 3 kilometers per hour. Now 16 by 3 kilometers per hour is my downstream speed. Now let's see upstream. Distance covered in upstream is 32 kilometers. It's given. And time taken to cover this 32 kilometers is 8 hours. So upstream speed is equal to distance upon time. So 32 kilometers by 8 hours is 4 kilometers per hour. So now we have got downstream speed and we have got upstream speed. So what is the speed in still water? The speed of boat in still water is equal to ds plus us by 2. Earlier formula, we had seen that. And after solving, we get it is 14 by 3 kilometers per hour. So the speed of boat in still water is 14 by 3 kilometers per hour in this problem. Let's see another problem. A boat took 8 hours less to travel. This is very important to understand. A boat took 8 hours less to travel a distance downstream than to travel the same distance upstream. It means while traveling upstream, the same distance, boat takes 8 hours more. Naturally, in upstream, it will take more because its speed goes down. So a boat takes 8 hours less to travel a distance downstream than to travel the same distance upstream. Okay, same distance upstream. The speed of a boat in still water is 9 kilometers per hour. That is, V is given as 9 kilometers per hour, and speed of stream is 3 kilometers per hour. U is given as 3 kilometers per hour. In total, how much distance is traveled by the boat? So now it is asking what is the total distance which the boat traveled. Let's see. In this figure, let's say boat travels from point A to point B. Okay, it goes from point A to point B and then comes back from point B to point A. And distance between A to B is d kilometer. Suppose the direction of the stream is this. If the direction of the stream is this, then this motion, this direction is downstream and this direction is upstream. And for downstream, it travels from A to B, d kilometer, and in upstream also it travels d kilometer from B to A. Okay. Now let's see the solution. Let d is equal to distance downstream is equal to distance upstream. That d is given here. This is our d. Let the boat take t hours to travel downstream. Then it will take t plus 8 hours to travel upstream. Now this is important because it takes 8 hours less to travel the same distance downstream than upstream. So upstream will, if it takes t hours downstream, then upstream will be t plus 8 hours. Speed of boat in still water is given 9 kilometers per hour, and speed of a stream is equal to u is equal to 3 kilometers per hour. This is given. So downstream speed is equal to, we can denote downstream speed at ds, and it is equal to v plus u, which is 12 kilometers per hour. Similarly, upstream speed can be designated as us. Okay, it is v minus u calculated, and it comes 6 kilometers per hour. Now, therefore, downstream time, how much time it takes in downstream? We know the distance, which is d kilometer, and the speed, which is 12 kilometers, downstream speed, right? So d by 12, so time is equal to d by 12. This is my equation number 1. Now let's see upstream. Upstream time t plus 8 is equal to d by upstream speed is equal to d by 6. Upstream speed is 6 kilometers per hour, or t is equal to d by 6 minus 8. This is my second equation. Okay. Now, since both equations are t is equal to x and t is equal to y, so we can always say d by 12 is equal to d minus 6 by 8. Okay. So d by 12 is equal to d minus 6 by 8. Sorry, d by 6 minus 8, or d by 12 is equal to this equation, which finally you get d is equal to 96 kilometers. So distance between A and B is 90 kilometers. Sorry, 96 kilometers. So the total distance which the boat traveled is, it has gone downstream same distance and it has come upstream same distance. So it is basically 2d. So hence the total distance traveled by the boat is 2d, which is 96 plus 96 is equal to 192 kilometers. So total distance traveled by the boat is 192 kilometers, 96 kilometers upstream and 96 kilometers downstream. Hope you have liked this video. Thank you very much, and have a nice day.